Hey, oh hey. Can you
Hey,
hear me well?
sorry?
Can you hear me well?
Yeah,
Okay, because I'm with the Bluetooth since it's probably loud or something.
it's good. It's good.
How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see your face after so long.
I know.
How's the
I
how's
miss you
the
guys so much.
how's Miami weather?
Well, it was raining this morning and it's sunny now.
It's hot though,
Um
right?
oh yeah, very hot.
Oh yeah. I miss Miami. I love Miami.
You gotta come.
Mm, I'll be there. I'll be there soon.
So, first of all, thank you for joining me and doing this live with me.
My pleasure.
And I think it's very important how we can relate to the whole networking aspect and show people and teach people what they can do and what tools they can use on networking.
Mm,
Because if you want to get to a certain place or you want to have opportunities open, the best way to do it is through networking.
absolutely. I mean, I think, do you know that word networking? It's the term's used very loosely because people that don't really understand the power of what networking is and what it can do. It's
Yeah.
not just for me anyway, it's not just making friends. It's really understanding what value you can give to people that you're connecting to. And I think that's so important to understand in
Yeah,
networking.
definitely. I want to bring my own experience out there.
Hmm.
I have met so many people, for instance, through social media. I met Vinny last year, like a few months ago, and he's like, okay, let's follow each other because remember, it's who you know.
Hmm.
And, I went to London. I met you. I met him in person. You introduced me to Abdullah and so many other people and so many opportunities that opened to me just because of meeting that one person
Yeah.
through social media. All of these doors just began to open.
Hmm.
I met people here in Palm Beach, David Imonite. I met
Hmm.
crypto and forex educators. And how many people do we meet in Barcelona? It's
So,
just the opportunities
yeah.
that just networking and putting yourself out there and meeting that one person that has opened the door to somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. It's really like just a pathway that you begin to create for yourself. And once you open that one door, all of these other doors begin to open for yourself.
Absolutely.
And they never close.
Exactly.
Unless obviously we just want to like not be out there. But it's the opportunities that networking will bring to you as an individual, whether related or personal, it's amazing.
It is. I mean, if we look at even now, 70, 80% of jobs that are accepted, it comes through some kind of referral, word of mouth, through networking, through social media. No one looks at qualifications anymore. No one looks at what's on
Wow.
paper, because there's a lot more trust through somebody who you know or someone who's been recommended to you. So even in terms of looking for a job or working your way up the career ladder, a lot of people will say, well, sometimes people are born into it. Sometimes you're just lucky that you have parents that are in big businesses, or they're well connected, or they're wealthy, and so you're born into a network. And others have to work to build up their network, and I actually
Hmm.
think that's stronger, because
Definitely.
it's kind of like the hare and tortoise situation where, if you have no network, or you're just an average person, you've got your foot on the gas all the time, because you're thinking, right, and how do I expand my network, how do I connect with new people, how do I give value to more people in my society, as opposed to when
Yes.
you're born with it, you kind of take it for granted that you know so many people, and so you don't leverage upon that fact, in a more, I would say, in the more, valuable way than you would have otherwise.
And you don't get to build your own brand
Mm,
and market yourself because as a brand
yeah.
when it's all there. When you have to, build from the bottom and
Hmm.
network from the bottom and open doors and create doors for you, it's
Yeah,
very powerful.
absolutely, for sure.
I wanted to ask you your experience and how you started
Yeah.
and where you are now. What steps have you taken and
Yeah.
how has it changed you?
I think for me, it all just came about with, I guess, after university. Like I was a very shy person, believe it or not. I could never speak in public. I couldn't really do like group projects. I used to be quite shy, like the one that's sitting in the background and just
Okay.
listening, just observing, and not really participating in things. But when I started getting jobs through someone saying, "Oh, I know someone that can help you start up in marketing. I know someone that can connect you through your events business," or when I started realizing that actually I'm getting connected to people through other people, I said, right,
Right.
okay, now how can I expand on that? How can I, keep on connecting? Because there are so many opportunities out there that we still have no idea of what's
Yeah.
available for us unless and until we meet the right person. And that could be through 10 people down the line, or it could be just through yourself directly. But I love
Exactly.
networking because where I am today as well, myself and my husband, what we're doing as a business, we've grown such an exclusive network, such a global network, and we're still working every day to expand that, no doubt.
Mhm.
But the people that we've been able to help along the way, I think for us, it's so touching, and it's all because of networking.
Definitely. And also, once you network and the people that you meet are like minded individuals,
Absolutely. Yeah.
people who think just like you, who have the same life goals,
Mm.
and people who are going to give you an advice that nobody else will
Yeah.
give you. And you're going to learn from other one's experience.
Exactly. We're getting a few questions in as well, and I love that. I love
Yeah.
questions.
For those who have, what is the biggest advice in order to make new connections?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
And I would say, not for those having problems with networking, I would say it's also people who are maybe a little bit introvert. They're not really out there. They're not the ones who are social butterflies, and not everyone is. What
Right.
I would really bear in mind is that, like ABC is always be closing, okay? ABG, always be giving, or always be generous. And the more you give to someone, if you were to give something to 100 people and you don't get anything back from 90 of them, it's okay, because that's you building your social capital. So think about
Right.
ways that you can give value to somebody else, connecting someone else to someone if they're looking for something. There's these amazing groups on Facebook, like these recommendation groups,
Hmm.
different groups of different industries, different businesses, and just you being able to give some value to somebody else, they're going to remember that. And that's what's going to grow your social network, and it will build you as a
Exactly.
credible character as well.
Exactly. What Sandy just mentioned, I was going to say, social media is one of the most powerful tools in order to network. For
Mm.
example, like if we're in our city, how are we going to meet people all over the world without even traveling there?
Yeah.
So social media is, at least to me, what opened that door to network with other people. And it gives us also the opportunity, like for example, someone that's an introvert, like you were saying, when you're dealing with social media, you're actually behind the camera. So you
Yeah.
can work yourself up there to that confidence to get to the level of where you want to be just by marketing and networking yourself through social media.
Right.
And then you'll be connected to so many people that have the same goals and are in the same network and business as you. And it's an easier route to work your way up, also for introverts, and it's a definite must tool, social media.
Absolutely. Another great question. When
Something
people
let
attend
me break
networking
this
events,
through.
a lot of people
Oh,
sometimes have their barriers up because they know a lot of people will try pitching them for something. How do you break those barriers down? Well, first of all, when you go to a networking event, you have to go with the expectation that someone is trying to sell their services or product. This is why people
got it.
go to networking events. But I think what's really important is you also being open to what opportunities there for you. I mean, I go to networking events all the time to speak about my services or what we do, because I know how much value we're giving to other
Yeah.
people. But at the same time, other people have also opened up my eyes to what I could be using that's going to benefit me still in my business. But you can always keep on innovating yourself, you know, creating a better
Right.
version of yourself and of your business, by also being open to other things that are out there. So I definitely think networking events are great. You've got to be open to it. Yes, not everyone's going to give the same value as maybe you'll be giving them, or vice versa. But just know that people are there with a good agenda. You know, it's a good agenda. They want to sell their services.
Right.
And why not recommend someone you've met through a networking event to one of your friends or colleagues, if you know someone will be interested in something specific. You know, helping other small businesses is massive now. Look what's happened over the pandemic. How many businesses have shut down, including big
I
businesses.
know.
So
Yeah.
every little business that we can help, you know, in someone else's life, it's value back in your life.
Sorry. I also wanted to say something about networking events. I think going with the mindset and the mentality that it's not just you bringing yourself out there, but having an open mindset that we're going to go and acquire information from other people. You know, knowledge is power. So if we want to go ahead and network profitably, we have to be open to learning from other people. So when we're going to go to an event, we're going to try to get everything we can to absorb it.
Exactly. I'm loving these questions from Mendez Fitness, honestly.
Yeah, from Anthony.
What's your advice for individuals who constantly deal with shiny object syndrome, where they constantly jump from one opportunity to another and don't stay focused? Wow. This is powerful. This is a powerful one. I mean, I'm going to give you my take, and then maybe Heidi's, you can add something to that. You know,
Okay.
it's such a, I would say 95%. So imagine we're like in a U. Imagine the shape of a U, right? You start off at the top. When you're seeing an opportunity or something comes to you, you're like, oh my God, super excited. Yes, you know, I can make money. I can, you know, build my connections. I can see wealth. I can see whatever that business opportunity is for, you know, and you're very excited. When you actually start, when you've got your foot into the door and you're practically doing the work, because every single business is going to take work. Nothing's going to come free on the table. When you're actually doing the work, that's when a little bit of your energy drops, because you're thinking, oh, you know, this is a little bit harder than I thought. Then there will come a time where you've reached the very bottom of your U, and you're like, damn, you know, my checks have gone backwards. I've lost people in my organization. You know, I'm not earning the money that I was earning last year. What's going on? Maybe it's not for me. And this is where 95% of people go into that shiny object syndrome, and they say, well, there's something else out there. Let me look at that. But you know what? 95% of people, they repeat the same thing. They're excited, then they think, okay, it's a little bit harder than I thought, or it's not working out, let me look for something else. Excited, and they keep repeating that for the rest of their lives.
The same cycle.
Exactly. Now, how you come out of the other end is you got to find out what it is that worked for you, what it is that didn't work for you, and what you can change based on what's going on around the world, based on people's needs and expectations. And you've got to find a way to get yourself out of there. My biggest advice is find a mentor, find someone that you can follow who's got the results that you want, because they were always there. They were also there at some point in their life. And when you can dip yourself out of that you again, that is when your business is really going to boost to another level. But shiny object syndrome,
also,
you know.
Sorry, go.
No, go
on. Exactly what you were saying. I think we have to prepare ourselves mentally and already have the mentality that those are challenges that we have to face. Exactly. And no matter what, we're going to face challenges in life. So if we're networking and we're doing a specific task, or we want to get to a certain position or certain place, we are going to face challenges.
Absolutely.
So when we're at the bottom of those challenges, when we don't know how to break through them and we don't know how to go there, that's exactly where there you go. We meet with our mentors. We connect with the people that are going to support us no matter what, and that are going to take us to the next level. And that is the support that we need on those bad times. And how do you connect with those people? Through the networking that you have already done ahead of time, you know. And challenges, we cannot just let our challenges bring you down, but definitely just take advantage of the possibilities and the opportunities you had with the people that you've already met.
Heidi, there's a question from my husband, and I'll let you answer this one.
I didn't read it. What did he say?
What's your advice when your husband and business partner argues with you?
Tell him to go buy you a purse. Go get me that bag, and you got it. You won the
Yeah,
fight.
that's it. You keep me happy. Just keep buying me stuff, and I'll be happy.
That's it.
No, but you know, even though, okay, he's said, with all jokes aside, okay, we did have a little tiny argument before I left the house to come out here for this call today, and
Bring the
you know,
gossip.
I've dropped him right into that one, and to be honest, I would give the same advice I would give to somebody else is, in every partnership, you know, everyone thinks differently, everyone has strengths and weaknesses in different areas, and it's not about, you know, having these date nights to make it better or spending more time with each other to make it better. It's really about learning how to understand where you're both coming from, you know, putting yourself
Yeah.
in each other's shoes and just working on your strengths, you know, rather than focusing on
Right.
your weaknesses and building upon that.
I
But
want
yeah,
to add to that as well.
yeah,
It's very hard when you're in a marriage and you're both business partners as well, and you're both trying to build. So you have to balance your personal marriage life with your business life. And it is going to cause more problems within the relationship. But I think having the mentality of knowing that no matter what, you're both on the same team.
exactly.
No matter what,
Yeah,
in the marriage, yes, of course you're gonna fight. We're all gonna fight. We all fight. We all have problems.
yeah,
But no matter what, understanding that it is not a race. It is not, oh, because you are have a higher position than me, and it's not a race. It is not a competition between husband and wife. You
absolutely.
are both on the same team, and one time you're gonna support your partner, and another time your partner is gonna support you.
Hmm.
And it's all about building that ladder and building each other up without
Absolutely.
any jealousy. I mean, to be honest with you, if you have a husband or a wife and you're with a partner that is jealous of you, you're with the wrong partner.
Spot on, girl. We've got rid of a few of those in the past. But that's another insert for
Definitely.
another day.
Yeah.
um,
Samad mentioned that networking is your net worth. Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Networking is your net worth. The opportunities that meeting people open up for you, cash on the hand doesn't do anything. Just sitting there. You meet people and all over the world, and it's just so many doors open to you.
Uh-huh. Anthony asked another question. Let's see. I,
Um,
I can't scroll back up because it was quite some time ago. Are you able to scroll up?
I think it says, how about those individuals that also deal with an overconsumption of resources and material and just keep consuming, but don't do anything with what they already have?
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to choose. I think you need to choose what's going to get you out there and prioritize,
Mm-hmm.
because if your mind is all over the place, you're not gonna go up that ladder. You're not gonna go up. You're just gonna stay stuck and just stay in the same circle and just stay stuck around. How are you gonna go up? You have to choose and prioritize that one thing that is gonna get you there, and market and network through that. Because if you're
Absolutely.
all over the place, you're wasting your time and energy in things that are not gonna get you anywhere. Instead of putting that
Exactly.
time and energy where it's gonna take you.
100%. You know, I never understood really the people who are doing 4, 5, 6 different companies at the same time. I mean, for me, in my opinion, you know, you're going to get very mediocre results because your focus is, 25% into that, 25% in that, 25,
Yeah.
20. You can't give your 100% into 5 different things. You just can't, with your time, with your energy, with your resources. And people get confused, your network is getting confused. What's going on? What are you doing?
Yeah.
So I really think, for me, it's about finding that one thing that not necessarily is bringing you big money, because if you're
Hmm.
only motivated by the money, when the money is not there, you're going to lose the motivation and you're going to want to move to something else. You need to be
Exactly.
motivated with passion. You've got to understand, how much impact are you making in someone else's life? How much change
Yeah.
are you making? And stay on course with that until you master a system, and then use that income then to generate another revenue and a third one and a
Right.
fourth one. But absolutely, you've got to make a decision. That's what it comes down to. There are so
Yeah.
many trainee junkies out there. I was a trainee junkie where I want to go to every event and every motivational speaking event and, you know, Tony Robbins, this, that. And don't get me wrong, I still do that because everyone needs that charge, you know, for themselves. But ultimately, if you've got nothing to plug that into, you've just got loads of information, but nothing that you can apply it to. Therefore, you still have zero results.
Yeah, exactly. How to explain to partner all this, like how to explain to your partner. Sibyl, was that about probably what we were speaking about
About being
with
in
the
sync.
networking and spouse?
Yeah, yeah.
I think sometimes we have to work through opening up somebody's mindset, and it is hard. It is hard because especially for men, for men, that they don't want their women to be up there and they feel less. And I think on a personal level, I think you have to build that man's confidence as well,
Absolutely.
personally,
Mhm.
in order for them to feel confident enough in the networking business side of it and support you,
Yeah.
because you're there for each other. It's not a competition. So it's about perspective and seeing things in a different manner. And also, like, sometimes as women, like, I'm not even like going to throw this too much out there because we're like independent women, but sometimes we have to be a little more submissive when we're in a relationship, like on the
That,
personal level
yeah.
versus the business level, because no matter what, that
Yeah.
is what a man wants.
Do you
So
know
we're
what?
like, okay.
It's so funny you said that because Sabil, I had the same conversation with you just last week. And that's exactly what I said to her on a voice note as well. We have to sometimes be a bit
Yeah,
more submissive because men
yeah,
want to have that power, that they're a little bit
yeah,
more superior, that they make the
yeah,
decisions, that they have some influence in what's
yeah,
going on financially, whatever. And that's okay. And I love this example. And, you know, apologies to any
yeah.
men on this
Awesome.
call listening, but, you know, I always say men are the head and women are the neck. And men are
Yeah,
the head of the household, the head of, you know, they're in charge of everything going on. But women have the neck, so they actually have the power to change that neck in any direction that they want.
definitely. And I think no matter what, as men and women, and especially through a marriage, I feel like we have our roles, okay? And a man's natural intuition and energy is to protect.
Yeah.
So no matter what, he's gonna want to protect his woman.
Mm-hmm.
So if the case comes out where they feel inferior or insecure, where they get a little jealous, just a little more submissive. What I would do, a little more submissive, and just build that confidence, his confidence up, and let him take more of a lead
Yes,
versus us leading all the time.
exactly. But also,
Yeah.
Sibyl, she's Lithuanian. That's a tough one to
She,
crack.
she, Sibyl is strong as
She
fuck.
is a strong ass woman.
I love it. I think what else? Um, when you were starting, okay, because the beginning point is the hardest part.
Yeah.
When you were starting out, how did I think we spoke about it earlier, and we've mentioned it as well. You and I are both extroverts. Like, we just naturally are out there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But when we're starting out, even if we're extrovert and we have to build our confidence to get to that level as well and to network,
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's not an extrovert, somebody who's a total introvert, and because, yeah, I mentioned you start with social media and you're always behind the scenes and stuff like that. But it's going to get to the point where you're going to go to events, you have to talk to people, you have to
Mm-hmm.
meet people, and you have to open up your own doors.
Mm-hmm.
So, how was it for you to break that point of, here, hi, this is me, nice to meet you?
Do you know that question? I think it's going to be relatable to so many people because
Yeah,
us being in lockdown over the last 2 years, it has changed the way we operate. Right? Everyone feels a lot more comfortable behind the screen now than in
mm-hmm.
person. It's kind of getting yourself back out there like we used to. Everything's taken such a different turn. Personal development is something we've not spoken about, and I think it's so
Yeah,
important not to
yeah,
devalue what personal development can do for yourself as an individual, as a character.
definitely.
There is an amazing audio and book called The Magic of Believing by Cloud Bristol.
Oh,
Now,
nice. The magic of believing.
yes, The Magic of Believing by Cloud Bristol. And he talks about something called the mirror magic technique,
Okay.
magic mirror technique. And what he talks about is, this is what you do every day for 30 days in a row. You've got to do it every single day. And I did it and I felt like a complete twat doing it, to be honest, in the beginning. And what you do is, you stand yourself in front of a mirror, okay, feet together, shoulders back straight, looking at yourself, eye to eye in the mirror. And you've got to do your affirmations and you've got to say all the stuff that you want to become, and it's about building your own confidence before you go out there and network,
Yeah,
because people buy into your energy. People buy into
definitely.
your genuinity. So you want to work on yourself if you feel like your confidence is a little bit lacking, in that
Hmm.
department. And you got to say, I'm a successful woman. I'm
Right.
changing this many people's lives. I am confident. When I walk into the room, everyone listens. I'm attracting. I'm a magnet for successful people. And you got to say all
Yeah,
the words and all the things that you really want to become, and how you see yourself being. Do that for 30 days, and I'm telling you, when you walk
it
into the
changes.
room, it's going to be different. It's going to be different.
I have a quote that I wrote myself, and I have it out there. The power of belief will take you places that you've never been before.
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
know and it's all about believing in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you can do anything. And
Anything.
it's just exactly that personal development and working on the inside to change and be who you want to be, and you can do anything in life.
Absolutely. It's powerful. Very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Be careful what you ask
um
for. Things do come true.
yes, burn bridges and give your 100% to your purpose. Definitely, definitely. mm, okay, some damn Sibyl's on fire. Some ladies in the team struggling with jealousy or not a lot of time spent with them, even they trust each other. That is all exactly about self confidence.
Mm.
When you're jealous of somebody else, you're not jealous of what they're doing because they're putting the work into it. They're doing what you're not doing.
Yeah.
They're hustling, okay? And that's what it comes down to. They're a hustler. So if you want to get to that level, you gotta hustle too. But when you're jealous of somebody else, it's all internal.
Yeah.
What is that triggering you that you're jealous of what they're doing?
Yeah.
What insecurity do you have about yourself that is triggering that jealousy? You know, and that's a really good question, and I want to ask you because as being a leader,
Mm-hmm.
like I think when you're dealing with other people, you have to build their confidence
Mm-hmm.
and work with them. So your perspective and your how have you dealt with jealous women, even women? We're not only dealing with men, like women within our network and organization that are jealous of you. How do you overcome that?
Do you know, the thing is, I think when I was like in high school and college and university, I used to see this a lot. I used to see
Yeah.
jealousy a lot, like, oh my God, this person's saying this, that, you get into this, you get sucked into this like whirlpool, and it's just a
Hmm.
horrible energy. But I'll be honest now, I don't see it anywhere because I'm not focused
Yeah.
on it at all. I don't see women that are jealous. I see women that are giving. I see women that are supportive. I see women that are
Yeah.
making an impact. So if you're someone who says, oh, this person jealous, that's where your focus is. That's what you're seeing. And if it is so the case, you don't need to be giving it any energy. You don't need to be paying any attention to it. Keep on working on
Exactly.
yourself all the time. Nothing is competition. You gotta
Exactly.
create, not compete. Because if you're competing, it means you want somebody to lose on the basis that you win, and we don't want anyone to lose in what we're doing. So I think with
Yeah.
the whole jealousy thing, it's really a mindset.
Exactly. And also, you know, the networking aspect of it's something huge, massive, it's global. And I think you have to have thick skin. for anything that you want to do in life, you have to have thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
You're always going to have haters, no matter what, whether we want to attract it or not. If we don't have haters, then what is it that we're doing? Who's going to hate
Exactly.
somebody who's going to hate somebody that is leading, and it's profitable and it's confident, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that is, we cannot allow those negative energies to get into our head. And as a matter of fact, the more, this is my own personal motto, the more the haters, the better that I'm doing. It's like, oh my God, I gotta be that badass bitch because they have to be hating on me.
Have you
And
had someone do a fake Instagram of you yet?
oh my God.
I don't, honestly, you don't know whether to laugh or cry, because these people are actually getting away with scamming innocent people, pretending to be us, you know, pretending to be
Yeah,
myself or my husband or you or whatever. And I think that's just insane. It's absolutely
yeah.
insane. But hey,
And the fact that they'll waste their energy and time on
yeah,
doing that is like,
yeah.
how sorrowful can those people be?
Uh, mm-hmm.
Um, oh, look at the video. Yes, Rupa, please submit. Not
Yeah,
that much,
yeah.
not that much. Don't even dream about it, boy. Uh, oh, wait, another question from Anthony. When do you know you're ready to scale your business, and what indicators do you look for in order to know? I'm going to leave that one up to you.
So sorry, what's that? I didn't see that. When do you know to scale your
When do you when do you know you're ready to scale your business, and what indicators do you look for in order for you to know that, it's time to grow and grow and grow?
Do you know, I think you've really got to go with your gut instinct. You know, for me in business, instincts is everything. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes you'll just have a feeling that, okay, maybe I need to slow down. And sometimes it's so the case that you have to step back. You've got to take a step back from your business in order to push on forward. And when you just feel that, you know what, now it's time for me to do something, you just got to go out there and do it. But you've got to put your 100%. When you're making a decision to scale your business up, don't have any doubt, because that little, even that 1% of a doubt is going to knock the 99%. You've got to have 100% clarity
yeah,
in what you're doing. Have a plan on how you're going to doing it, because a lot of people are just, they're well wishers, you know, oh yeah, I want to do this, I
yeah,
want to do this, but they don't have a plan of action. I mean, the biggest reason that I came into trading, you know, as a profession, someone who came from hospitality, event management, wedding planning, a completely different profession from what I was doing 10
mhm,
years ago. But the biggest, you know, reason for me to do that is because I said, I don't want to be based in the UK. I want to live out in America. I want to join you, girl, in Miami. I want to settle down in USA. But I said, practically, how is it going to work? Because I don't want to start my wedding business from scratch again. I don't want, you know, my husband to be studying law for another 5 years to practice law in another country again. So
yeah,
practically, what can we do? And it's really about having those steps of just movement and growth. And again, having someone to follow, because if you're going to make a big decision in doing something in your business but you don't follow someone, or seen someone who's got that kind of result, even if you don't speak to them, even if they're not there
yeah,
in real life, someone that you're following on social media and you're following that person's success, their autobiography, also learning about their failures as well, because it's
yeah,
okay to fail, it's normal to fail, but as long as you
yeah.
keep pushing forward. Mm-hmm.
Also, I feel it's very important to prioritize and be wise, and we have to have small losses for
Yeah.
the big win. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to be willing to lose certain things, okay, in order to see the bigger picture, okay? And losses equal big wins. So if we're always focusing for that immediate result and the immediate success,
Mm-hmm.
we're never going to get to the long-term goal.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to move up, but we have to take losses in order to get that big win. And that's where we have to be wise and be mentally prepared to, okay, what am I willing to lose in
Mm-hmm.
order to get what I want?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amazing. Awesome questions. Awesome.
Yeah, I know. I think, let me see. I think we're done with the
Yeah, it's been
questions.
35 minutes, but it's been fun. Oh my God, it's been so
Oh my God,
insightful.
35 minutes?
Yeah, it's gone quick, right?
I think we're good. Thank you all you guys for the support, all the questions, all
Yeah,
the, everything. Thank you, Rupa, for doing this.
my
So
pleasure.
much inside information that you have provided that, oh my God, we definitely got to do another one.
Oh, for sure. I'm
Okay, so go
ready.
ahead, one more question. Go ahead, shoot.
Looks like a long one.
Oh my God, I wonder. You're welcome. Thank you to everybody that has asked so many
Ah,
questions and
there's your
support.
question, Heidi's. Good
Hey, when you coming
question.
to the UK? Soon, definitely soon. I miss you so much, and oh my God, now you make me talking again. Just through networking, I have met with you guys that it's pretty much like Soul Tribe and like the business
Yeah.
side of it, but we have created so many friendships also just through the I miss you too.
Do you know,
Through the
it's
networking.
the most bizarre thing, Heidi's, because the day that I met you, that night, it was 11:30 at night. It was a Saturday night. There's my husband saying to me, this is such a funny story. There's my husband saying to me, oh, by the way, I've been speaking to someone on Instagram and she's in London now. Let's meet up with her. I'm like, okay, random, 11:30 at night. You've got a hotel in King's Cross. I'm like, okay, this is weird. What kind of meeting is this? Like, it was the most bizarre thing. And when I saw you, I was like, man, this girl is like fire. She looks hot. She's confident. Like, what is the agenda? I went there thinking, what's going on? What's the agenda? But our energies just connected. And
Connected
I
so
felt like you're a
well.
sister from another mother. I feel like you're just like me.
Yeah,
And we
yeah,
weren't even together
exactly.
for long. We spent what, maybe 2 days together at the most,
Yes, and then like my entire time in London, we were just like hanging out. And
Yeah.
Sibyl, oh my God, I tell her, I'm like, we look exactly the same. It's about the eyes.
Yes. Yeah. So it's
But
awesome.
definitely,
It's amazing.
you meet who you're meant to meet
Yeah.
in your life through networking, and you meet
Uh-huh.
exactly the people that you need to take you to your next level, and who you connect with mentally. Usually where we come from and where the environment that we grow up in and where we're raised is not really, we grow throughout the years, and it's all personal evolution and personal growth. So we're at a level in our lives that we don't fit in our environment anymore, and we have to, how are we going to meet people like us, that think like us, that have the same goals as us and want the same things as us? And it's all through networking. And the
Mm.
way that I've connected with you guys, it was just amazing. And Sibyl, it's an awesome person, by the way. She literally just sat there with me. She set up everything for me, helped me so much and gave me so many tips with nothing in return,
Yeah, absolutely.
just out of her own will and her own just wanting to help. And I think I've told her I will always be thankful for that, you
Mm.
know? And the way that we meet people, it's, we got to have that gratitude.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Heidi. It's been amazing. I've enjoyed it so, so much.
Me too.
And, let's put this on our post because I know people are going to
Yeah.
get value from this call. And
Yeah.
we'll plan another one. We're going to do another one. This is
Definitely. We
awesome.
definitely, we're too much here.
Too much. For real.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rupa. And thank you guys. And yeah, we'll be in touch soon. Okay. Bye.
Awesome. Bye.
Vinny, behave. Gonna get smacked.